I know I gotta do a show. I know I have to do a show, but Pokemon. I gotta catch them all. Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Android Weekly / Android Q&A. We go over all the latest news that happened during the week, and of course answer all of your questions live. If you're not watching us live, you can always email me at asktheandroidguy@gmail.com and make sure the subject is question. Every week we take a couple of different questions, so we will get to that this week, and I have to pull them up actually because I've realized right now as I was recording this that I didn't. I'm telling you, man, Pokemon Go is an obsession. We'll go over that as well. And yes, we will get to all of your live questions at the end of the episode. So if you're watching us live right now, just go ahead and ask your questions in the comment section down below, and we will answer all of them before the end of the episode. Okay, so let's get to the first bit of news that happened during this week. And of course, it wouldn't be a weekly show without going over the first topic being the what? The Galaxy Note 7. If you have missed our past couple of weeks of the Note 7 coverage, man, have we gone over everything. Last week we got the big scoop and we had all the pictures, and it is posted still on my Twitter account, so go ahead and check it out there. Just the underscore Android guy at on Twitter, and you can see all the photos. We also went over the specs, the release date, all over the past couple of weeks. So we went over all that, and now we have the latest information, which is just how the iris scanner on this device will work. So for those of you who are not familiar, yes, it does look like the Note 7 will have an iris scanner. Now, iris scanners have been around, and they are different from retina scanners. So basically, just to sum it up, a retina scanner scans your retina, but that needs to be really close, okay? So like you would have to hold your eyes like this to your screen. And that just makes no sense for any phone company to ever do anything like that. But retina scanners are what you typically see in like all those spy movies and all that kind of stuff. That is a retina scanner. An iris scanner is a bit different. What your iris is that ring around your pupil. So that ring, whether it be brown, blue, hazel, green, whatever shape you have, if you look really close at it, really close, it has like a pattern, a unique wave that is very unique. And so unique, so much so that it's actually more distinguishable than anything else that's out there. The problem with an iris scanner is actually not as big as you might think, but it's still a little bit of annoyance. As of right now, on Windows phones that have iris scanners, they are slower than a fingerprint scanner. So that's a big downside, is that the current ones that are available are slower. Now, these are on Windows phones, so it might just be the Windows OS that's making it slower, but currently the iris scanner on Windows phones is not the best. The advantage of an iris scanner is that you do not need to, unlike a face detection with an iris scanner, you do not need to have light. So, you know, if you remember on the old Android face unlock, you had to have it up here, and you had to have it so that you could see your face in it, right? But with an iris scanner, it could be pitch dark. You can do this and it will unlock it. Why? Because it's not using anything else except for IR, infrared, on here. So will the Note 7 have an IR? Yes. Will it have an IR blaster? Probably not. IR blaster was our remote control before. But in the end, you have to just realize that an iris scanner so far is just not as quick as a fingerprint scanner. We don't know what Samsung's technology is going to be, so maybe they did make it quicker. It does not need light, so you can do it even in pitch black darkness, and it's fine. It does not need light in order to work. And it's very secure, very secure. You know, you can get someone's fingerprint more easily than you can get their iris. So yeah, that's the main thing. It is the most secure thing we would ever have on a smartphone, but if it's not as quick, will it be used is the question. Let me know what you guys think down below. What do you guys think about this iris scanner now that you know how it would work and how it is? Does it all depend on the speed, as I'm saying, or does the more secure feature make it better for you? Let me know in the comment section down below. Would you rather have an iris scanner or a fingerprint scanner? Or neither? All right, in the other news we have, it does look like that Google will be making some of their own smartwatches. Quite frankly, I think this is good just because I have never really cared for an Android Wear watch to date. I've liked some at times. The first LG Urbane I really did like, but I fell out of it really quickly. And I just feel that overall, I think that Android Wear has never been up to date as the next version of Android Wear looks like it will be. So I'm very excited for the next version of Android Wear. The fact that it's going to have a speaker on it, I can pick up the phone call. A lot of things that just should have been done from the beginning, like standalone apps, I think will be a big part. And I think the fact that if Google makes it, I think it will be really great, and I'm looking forward to it. What do you guys think? Do you guys have an Android Wear watch that you guys are really in love with? Quite frankly, I never have had one that I was just, wowed about. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. In other news, we once again get the foldable phone/tablet patents that Samsung is working on. And as we know, we do expect Project Valley or Galaxy X to come out next year, as we've seen on Phone Arena and Sam Mobile. And now, again, we're seeing another patent on what this technology may hold. So again, it looks like there might be a different style. One is actually folding your smartphone like a flip phone. Like you actually close it and it's like about a square shape then, because you take the rectangle and you put it together and it's about a square shape. So, I mean, I don't really need a smartphone to be more compact, quite frankly. That isn't what really interests me in terms of a bendable screen. But what's more interesting to me is the second patent, which is a tablet folding into a smartphone. I really like the concept of this. The fact that I could have a nice big screen device fit in my pocket. That really is appealing to me, and it's definitely the thing that I'm looking forward to the most. What are you guys looking forward to the most when it comes to bendable screens? Is it the fact that we won't be able to break our phone anymore in terms of the glass? It cannot break anymore? Is it the prospect of having a very small compact phone in your pocket, or is it the idea of having a tablet in your pocket? What is the most useful part of having a bendable display that you're excited for? And also in news, a lot of Samsung news this week, not much going on elsewhere, unfortunately. We have some really fast memory cards. Samsung has created the first ever universal flash storage, or UFS, which is really big capacities and very fast. How fast? Well, we're getting supposed speeds of up to, if I remember correctly, 450? Let me see. 95 is the current. I want to say it was about 450 in terms of megabits per second, which currently we're at about 95. This is really big. Yeah, 530 is the quickest this can go. So the idea behind this is these memory cards will never cause a hiccup or a delay on a smartphone. These memory cards are actually currently faster than most internal storage in every single memory card out there. Samsung's is at 350 megabits per second in their internal storage, and most other companies are between 150 and 200 megabits per second, whether it be LG, Apple, or any other company. They're around that range. So these are going to be the new fast memory cards, the first made by Samsung, but you're going to see SanDisk and everyone else, of course, make them. But this is really interesting to see how fast memory cards are going to get. And the benefit, of course, is the fact that once a phone can utilize this, there will be no longer any hiccups, and you can put all your apps on there without having any issues whatsoever. And I don't think we have a picture of the back of this one. Yeah, we do. Okay. Oh no. Um, Basically the whole idea with these pictures is that they have different connections that the phone would need to have in order to utilize the speed. So if the phone does not have those pins on the back, it will not be able to utilize the speed. So really interesting to see which smartphones. Will this be on the Note 7? Will we have to wait for the Samsung S8? Will it be on the next LG? Which smartphones will be able to take this new faster form of memory cards that will make it so you can put anything on there and there will be no delay whatsoever? And finally, it's not all good news for Samsung because they had a really bad week. Yes, apparently if you have an S7 active, it doesn't look like it's passing the water damage test. This comes from Consumer Reports, and they did two tests on two randomly purchased S7 actives, and both did not pass the water resistance test. They passed, yes, the rugged test and everything, but they did not pass the water resistance test, something that the S7 for Consumer Reports passed every time. So there's definitely some issue there. I'm not sure what's gone wrong, but it's a really bad issue for not having that there. All right, now before we get to the questions that were asked for this week, I did want to go over quickly Pokemon Go. So if you have been living under a rock, basically everything this week has been all about either horrible, social issues that we have out there in the world right now, especially in the US right now, and Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go has quickly taken the entire mobile market by storm. I will be doing a couple of videos on it, namely on how to progress in the game. So if you are not sure on how to evolve something, what happens if you transfer a Pokemon or anything like that, I will answer all of that in a video. I will record that tonight, so I will answer all the Pokemon Go questions you may have. With this, Pokemon Go has definitely been a craze amongst a lot of people. It has caused, unfortunately, some accidents, some very awkward situations where people are literally going and not paying attention where they're going with Pokemon Go. Just to give you some examples, people have found Pokemon, a lot of checkpoints are in temples or churches, and people have gone to these places when a funeral has been there, and in search of Pokemon. So be careful. I mean, be aware of your surroundings, and don't Pokemon Go and drive. It is amazing how, and scary really, how many Pokemon have been captured with a freeway in the background. Just don't do it. It's really, I mean, be careful out there. That's the main thing I'd say, is just be careful when it comes to doing all this Pokemon Go stuff, because yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I will do some videos on it. I definitely will. I am all about playing this game. I can't wait because this upcoming weekend I'm going somewhere, and I can't say just in case my best friend is watching this. I'm going somewhere this weekend, and surprise for him, and there will be a certain type of Pokemon that I cannot get right now that I should be able to get plenty of over there. So definitely, it's the whole thing of Pokemon. You got to catch them all. Are you playing Pokemon? How many Pokemon have you caught? Let me know in the comment section down below. How many are in your Pokedex? Right now, I have in my Pokedex, I have 34 Pokemon in my Pokedex. Actually 35, because I'm waiting to evolve one, and that will be 35 as soon as I do a video for you guys, so I can show you how to evolve one. Alright, now let's get to the questions for this week. And fortunately, I did not have time to go through these, so I'll just kind of read them off as I go through them. Sorry, I know I said I would get more this week, but it's just been a hectic week. Again, with that stuff with the wedding, it's getting more and more crazy. I am T-minus 76 days till the wedding. Okay. What is the price of the Note 6 in Canada buying the phone outright? Well, there is no price point, of course, with the Note 6 or the Note 7 at this time. What we can say is that traditionally the Notes have been about $799. However, if we only get a curved glass, say a Note 7 Edge, but it's just called the Note 7, and that's it, that's all we get, I mean, then it's kind of tricky, right? Are we just going to get one version and then it's going to be more expensive? Because typically the Edge display is $100 more. So it's really kind of curious. Are we going to get a Note 7 and a Note 7 Edge, and will the Note 7 Edge be $799 or would the Note 7 Edge be $899? That's the question. But that is usually in dollars, so I cannot say in another currency just because I don't know the conversion rate of different areas, especially right now with the whole EU thing. It's going crazy with that in different parts of the world. So Richard asked about the video I did for Showbox. So for those of you who didn't know, Showbox is just a way to watch downloaded content for free. And in some of them, there is no download available. There's just the watch form. And that's just because, of course, that they don't want you to download. It's not that they don't want you to download everything. It's just that no one's done a file to be able to download. They only have a link to stream, so therefore it's not available. That's all it is. Just simple and easy. The Logitech Keyboard S attached to my Samsung Tab A is not working. Maybe locked, but I don't know how to unlock it. Can you help? I'm not sure really what you did there. Make sure it's fully charged. Make sure it's paired up. If it's not pairing up, then see about Logitech maybe getting a return or exchange or something like that. Logitech is great. I've worked with them plenty of times. Their customer service is impeccable. And all right, I got a question about the Unpacked event for the Note 7. Do I need to have an invitation for the Samsung event, or is it free to the public? You need to have an invitation. As of right now, I've never been invited to the Samsung event. Would I love to be invited? Absolutely, but thus far I have not. Do you think the Note 7 will be worth upgrading from the S7 Edge when it comes out? I do think the S7 Edge is a great phone, though I wish I had the S7 Active. Thanks. Maybe not wishing you had the Active just because of all the issues the Active is having right now. But do I think it's should you get it? Well, you might have noticed in my new segment, should you buy it? I've done a video on the S7, but I have not done a video on the S7 Edge. And that's simply because I'm waiting for the Note 7 to be announced. Once the Note 7 is announced, well, then I can tell you, should you buy the S7 Edge when it will be a cheaper solution than the Note 7? I can't tell you till that announcement because then I'll have everything to compare it to. But once that announcement is available, I will definitely do a video on should you buy it for the S7 Edge. All right, let's get to the questions this week. I don't think the iris scanner is needed. Fingerprint scanner should suffice. I somewhat agree. Can a S6 have iris scanner? No. An iris scanner is 2 additional sensors that are going to be on the front. As if you saw last week's show, or even at the beginning of this week's show, they had the top of the image for the Note 7, and you can see there's 2 more sensors that no other phone has had, which is the iris scanner sensors. Ricky, you already unboxing of the Gear Fit 2. I have recorded it. I do not believe I have the unboxing up. It is right here. I just turned it off a little bit ago because I do need to charge it. It's lasting about 2 days with the always on display on. So yeah, I'm reviewing it right now. Better than before. Is it perfect? I would say no, but I'll go over that. Ricky, do you have a gaming channel? No. It has been asked before if I would start a gaming channel, and although I would love to, I quite frankly just do not have the time. If I had the time, I would love to do it, but I just do not have the time. Can't seem to get NFC transfer to work. I pressed the phones together, but the video and the document file doesn't transfer. It's very interesting. The only thing I could say is, do you have any metal on your phone, like on the case? If you have any case with metal, it does block NFC, so it can't do it. Another thing is you have to find the right groove. Like I literally, when I try to transfer, I go like this, just to find the right groove. And it's about here usually with the bigger phone and a smaller phone. But you do have to find the right specific spot, or else it will not work. My phone just turned off and came back on. Only time it did it, but is it still okay? I have an S6. Do I need to worry? The best thing about this, Tammy, is actually just to back your phone up on a regular basis. One great thing that is provided, you said, yeah, you have an S6. Download Smart Switch on your computer, whether it be PC or Mac, and back up your phone. So it has everything: your text messages, your call log, your Wi-Fi connections, your photos, your videos, everything. So back that up so you have a good secure backup. I personally recommend doing it once a month. Obviously, that can be a bit daunting. Maybe do it once every 2 months, but at least you have a good backup of your phone if anything would ever happen. That's just my policy that I always like to do. Also, I always have a Google Photos backup, so every time I'm in a Wi-Fi connection, it backs up all my photos. Do you think foldable screen will be durable? Don't you think that it might break over time? No. The whole idea behind a foldable display is that there is no glass. There's no glass. It is a plastic over a synthetic, or not over synthetic, but over a bendable screen. It really is. It won't break. That's the whole point of it. Is it can take any bending and turning and twisting, and it won't. It won't break. That's the whole idea. That it can't break. Can it go bad? Possibly, possibly, but breaking, no. It will, by definition, not break. Yeah. Yeah, so again, it won't break. Can sensors go bad? Can pixels go out? Possibly, but it won't break. Yeah, that's just one thing I want to make clear. It can't break. Well, not that it can't, but it won't. When is the Note 7 coming up? So again, according to Sam Mobile, EviLeaks, and Phone Arena, they have said that August 2nd would be the announcement date, and that August 15th will be the launch for the US. We do not know about any other international launch, of course, and we do not know if, of course, any of this is fact, because we do not have exact information from Samsung themselves. So we're going off of rumors and leaks, but when so many rumors and leaks are pointing to the same date, it's most likely going to be then. Does prepaid CE? I'm not sure what you mean by prepaid CE. Oh, does prepaid credit cards work with Samsung Pay? The ones you get from the supermarket or the gas station? Depending on some of them, the Blackhawk ones do, but it just depends on who backs it. Not the bank, and not the credit card, but well, the bank. Yes, actually, the bank is Blackhawk is a provider that works with banks in order to do it. Ricky, does Samsung will make the removable battery on the Note 7? No, Samsung will never have a removable battery on the flagship ever again because of Samsung Pay. Ever. Yes, as Lino said. What is the estimated release date of the Samsung SD cards and expected price? Unfortunately, that information is not yet available. This was literally just a press announcement. These are coming out. A lot of people are speculating, but I don't want to fall into that trap because I think it's just pure guessing at this point. I do not believe anyone knows anywhere near what it will be. What is Apple planning to do? Whoa, sorry, bunch of questions just loaded. What is Apple planning to do with the empty space of the headphone jack? Make another speaker. They're going to do 2 speakers instead of 1. So you're going to have speakers on each side, and then in the middle have a lightning connector. I feel as if Samsung is first to innovate, for example, of making the S7 water resistant. It seems like whenever Apple does something, though, they do a better job for X, the new iPhone. Well, I mean, it's all a matter of perspective, right? I do not believe, honestly, that Apple does a better job implementing things at Samsung, but I do believe they get more press and they do better marketing to let people know of this. For instance, a lot of the features on iMessage, people don't know that Android has an iMessage, and they've had it forever. It's called Hangouts, but people know about iMessage. People don't know about Hangouts. Same thing with FaceTime. Everyone knows what FaceTime is, but people don't know that Hangouts does video chatting, and you can do conference video chatting, which you can't do with iMessage or FaceTime. So there's a big issue, and that is more of it, though. It's basically the issue is that Android, Samsung just do not get the word out anywhere near as well as Apple does. And that's why Apple does so well, is because their marketing is key. What is the best Bluetooth speaker right now? The best Bluetooth speaker, according to my friend who actually reviews a lot of Bluetooth speakers, he said the Pill Plus is his current favorite Bluetooth speaker. I think that's the Pill 2 Plus, right? I think they're on the Beats Pill 2 Plus. It's the first one he said that was finally better than the Bose SoundLink, which was the traditional best one. And this is, for a speaker, $200 and less. If it's $300, I'm not sure. But around that price range, that's the current one he said out of all the ones he's reviewed is the top one at the moment. Do you think Pokemon Go will become the most popular app? It is already the most downloaded app in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. So it is #1 currently right now, trending, yes. Will it be the most popular app ever? I don't know. It's caught fire in a way that has never been done in recent memory. I mean, even something like Clash of Clans, Angry Birds, they grew big over time. This is the first one that within 2-3 days, everyone, I mean, their servers had 3 years to prepare. They did a game called Ingress that was a Google sponsored game. They had over 3 years of experience and their servers just died. All 3 days. I mean, it's just, or 4 days now. All 4 days, their servers have crashed every day. So yeah, I mean, it increased Nintendo's stock by 10% in 2 days, just because they were like, everyone's using this. This is insane. So yeah, no, the potential for Pokemon Go is huge. I think Pokemon Go will be the biggest app and continuously used throughout the summer. Is it a fad kind of game? I feel that it is a fad kind of game, and don't get me wrong, I'm obsessed with it. But I do believe it is a fad kind of game because I believe once everyone reaches the collection of Pokemon, the 150, yes, they're going to add more along the way, but the purists, the people who first started with Pokemon, who are the fanboys that are using this app right now. We're the ones who are using this app more than anyone else. Yes, kids, 15-year-olds and younger are into Pokemon too, but we grew up with it. So we're the ones that are really into it right now. So yeah, we're the ones downloading it. We're the ones going crazy over it. And I do feel that it will last till summer, but after that 150, I think it'll die down. Do you play GTA San Andreas? No, I do not play GTA games. However, my fiance is always into them. She played Grand Theft Auto, what's the last one? 4? I think the last one was 4. Was it 5? No, 5. I think it's on 5, right? She played the last one, the one with the three guys. I saw her play and everything like that. I've never been into Grand Theft Autos, just not my thing. Just don't really find them that interesting. I'm a little bit more interested in the new, what's the techie one? Watch Dogs 2. I heard Watch Dogs 1 wasn't as good, which was really disappointing because I like the idea of hacking. But Watch Dogs 2 looks like it'll be funner, so I'm kind of curious about that. Do you think Samsung will put Samsung Pay in its tablets, laptops with fingerprint or iris scanner for better or easier online shopping? Samsung Pay will be coming to websites and a way to pay online, just like PayPal and just like Apple Pay just started doing. So Samsung Pay will be coming to a web-based payment system. Uh, will they do fingerprints and iris scanner? They're probably just going to go on passwords because to implement fingerprint and password scanners is not a common thing on any laptop, so I just don't see it happening. It's more likely going to be with passwords. What do you mean the removal of the headphone jack on the iPhone? It will make it superior. Oh, what I mean is, with the removal of the headphone jack on the iPhone, will it make it superior for waterproofing? No. You can nano code the headphone jack and it's not going to be any kind of issue. So no, it won't make it superior for waterproofing. No. Will they make it waterproof? I think if they don't make the iPhone 7 waterproof, it's going to fail even worse. A lot of people have been asking me, like, what can Apple do to the iPhone 7 to still make it sell and not just make everyone wait for the iPhone X coming out next year? And that's the biggest thing. If Apple puts a waterproof label on it, ooh, is that going to get people? That's going to get people. So that, I would say, is what the iPhone 7 will need in order to maintain good sales. Not great sales, but good sales for the iPhone 7. What's the next question? If there is a Galaxy Note 7 and a Note 7 Edge, do you think the Edge would be more worth it? Well, it's hard to say. I could see it being worth it if they did this. If the Note 7 was a 3,500 milliamp battery and the Note 7 Edge was a 4,000 milliamp battery, that would be worth it to me. Will it be worth it to the common person? Just everyday average user? Probably not. It just depends on the user. For me, every bit of battery life helps, and I want the biggest battery I can get while maintaining a good size phone. So I would definitely see it as worth it. But will everyone? No. I do believe they would need to do that, though, to make it somewhat worth it. Bigger battery will help. Can you say hi, Leah, to my niece? She gets a kick out of you answering my questions live. Hi, Leah. How are you? Hope you enjoy the show. I'm doing a video on my favorite tech reviewers. I would like to feature you with some other tech reviewers. Is that okay with you? Yeah, I don't mind you featuring me or something like that. Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Um, Whoa. Again with all the questions. At Ricky, what do you think of the leak benchmark 4 gigs of RAM? So you're talking about the Geekbench benchmark that has 4 gig of RAM, Snapdragon 820 on the Note 7. If this happens, will you still get the Note 7? No, no one would. That's why it's fake. It's completely fake. Again, there are so many things that go out and that aren't true. I think the only way this would be a Note 7 is if it would be basically the size of the Note 7, but that's worthless too because the S7 Edge. So the only thing this could be is like a Note 7 Lite, which a lot of people are still believing will happen. I don't believe that'll happen, but we'll have to wait and see. Ricky, I turn off my Note 7 Edge and it does not want to come back to life. Have I have to do What do I have to do to come back to life? I think is what you meant. I'm not sure what happened to it. I don't know. The one thing you can try to do is, hold down the volume down and power button for 10 seconds and see if it comes back on with that. That's a reset function that the phone, if the hardware works, it will turn that back on no matter what, as long as it has power, of course. Have you had a chance to check out the Moto G4 Plus yet? What are your thoughts? I think it's a really good phone for the price point. Motorola contacted me to review that one, or to be on the list to review it. Unfortunately, I did not get back to them on time. They literally wanted it that day, and they sent me an email the day of at about 12 or 2 or something like that in the afternoon, and it had to be turned in by 5. And I was like, I didn't see this for 4 hours, you know? It's like I wasn't. So yeah, yeah, I don't forward all the Android guy emails to my phone specifically because I get so many that it would be too overwhelming. I hopefully will be reviewing the Moto Z though, so that's great news that we hopefully will be reviewing the Moto Z. But the G4 Plus looks like a great phone for the price. When is the next Nexus phone coming out? If I had to guess, I would say October is when the next Nexus phone will come out. Could be earlier, could be August. But I just don't think that would be smart, quite frankly, because if you're going against the Note, no one's going to buy the Nexus. Just being honest. You know, the Note to come out in August, the iPhone to come out in September, and the Nexus to come out in October seems like the best course for everyone. And then LG will probably come out in October as well, or September. Trying to decide between the Note 7 and HTC 10. Two main needs is the headphone sound quality and the picture quality. I'm really having a hard time deciding between these two things. What are your thoughts? Well, quite frankly, the HTC 10 is one of the best smartphones out on the market right now. I would say it's the second best. I still would say the S7 Edge is better. But the S7 Edge has horrible headphone jack quality. So where the HTC 10 would be completely superior. Now, we don't know about the Note 7. So we don't know which one is going to be better in that case. Overall, though, I will, on a guess, say the HTC 10 will have a better sound quality, and the Note 7 will have the better photo quality. Is this fact? No, we can't tell till the phone comes out. But those are my thoughts on it. Google should tell their manufacturers and carriers that at least 50% of their smartphone users must be running the latest version of Android. I think this would solve the fragmentation issue. Absolutely, I agree with you. But here's the thing that can never happen because carriers are assholes. Plain and simple, carriers are assholes. They don't care. They want you to upgrade your phone. They don't want you to keep your old phone. Carriers are the main reason we have fragmentation, and yeah, they're assholes. How do I change the boot menu on a Samsung screen? You have to root it. You have to flash it, and once you have root access, you can change the boot menu. My Wi-Fi and 4G LTE signal comes on at the same time. What could cause this? Typically, it's when you need to do something that's not Wi-Fi possible, such as sending an MMS. So when you send a photo or a video over text message, cannot be done over Wi-Fi, so it has to be done over LTE. Those are typically the times when that would come on, and any similar thing like that. How much longer will this go? Typically, we do about an hour, just depending on how many questions you guys are asking. Can you please tell my wife that the S7 Edge is better than the iPhone 6s? Okay, your wife. Respectively, the S7 Edge is completely, in every way, shape, or form, better than the iPhone 6s. How? It has a better screen. You can see it outside. You can't see your iPhone outside that well at all. It has a better fingerprint scanner. It has a better payment system. It has a better camera quality. And it has a better battery life. So, better screen, better camera, better battery life, better. Not better in every way, obviously, but just the gist of it is yes, for every average user, if you only care about the basics, because this is the thing I always say that to iPhone users, right? Because there's iPhone users that always say, "Oh my God, I just care about the basics. I don't do anything fancy on my phone." Okay, do you want the best photo quality? Yeah. Do you want a long-lasting battery? Yeah. Then you want a Samsung instead of an iPhone because those two are better on a Samsung. Period. So yeah, that's it. Those are the main things. You charge faster. You have wireless charging for convenience. I mean, there is just so many features that are better. To be fair, the S7 came out 6 months after the iPhone 6s, so you can put that in your mind to justify it. But yes, it is better. Have you heard of anything else about the Gyros 3? No, we still do not have any word on the Gyros 3 except for the photos we saw 2 weeks back, I believe, or 3 weeks back on one of the last Android weeklies. The one with it on the title. Ricky, do you have a cat? No, my fiance, when we moved in together, she had a dog, so I have a Chihuahua in the house. And the phone is smoking, but I not heavy usage on the S7. It's smoking like hot, or smoking as in literally like you're having smoke coming from it. Because if you're having smoke coming from it, just stop charging and go return it. But either way, yeah, I'm not sure why it's having issues. I would use these Samsung Plus apps. So you can talk to a Samsung technician. They can scan it, remote access your phone, and hopefully fix it if there's any software issue that's harming the hardware. How much battery life do you get with the intense usage on the S7 Edge? Well, Pokemon Go is a very intense usage game, so I have had my battery life cut dramatically. For the first time ever, I've been walking around with a battery pack just so I can charge my phone back up to 100%. I typically get all day battery life even with heavy usage though, and even with Pokemon Go. But I am one of those people that I cannot let my phone get to lower than 50%. I get panicky if my phone is lower than 50%. I need my phone to be charged well at all times. That's just the way I am. What color of Note 7 are you getting? I will probably get the silver. Maybe if I see the blue in person and I fall in love with it, but probably the silver. Probably. Thank you really a lot. Absolutely, Brian. Thanks, Ricky. No problem, Richard. Uh, Not sure what that is, but we will. Um, which carrier do you think is the least asshole? T-Mobile? Yes, that's why I'm with T-Mobile currently right now. I would say they're probably the best carrier, but no one's perfect. Is rooting the S7 Edge worth losing the warranty Knox protection? I personally don't like rooting anymore, so yeah, that's my opinion. Do you think $229 is too much for the Samsung 256 gig micro SD card on its Amazon right now? Yes, I would not pay that. But then again, I don't think you need more than 128. Okay, we're just gonna block that user. There we go. Sorry, I had to block a user for being an idiot. Whoa. Smoking hot. The phone is now showing a red LED. Yeah, honestly, quite frankly, I would put the S7 in the fridge or something to really cool it down very quickly. Or pour cold water on it. That's what I do when my phone's hot. I pour cold water on it, and to cool it down quickly. But quite frankly, yeah, I would get your phone checked out. Are you going to watch the new Ghostbusters movie? Yes, I will be watching the new Ghostbusters movie. I'm not looking forward to it, although reviews have been actually better than expected, so I'm hoping that means it's good. Any new phones coming out this month? It's been a slow month. Yeah, nothing too big. Like the LG is releasing their Stylo 2 in another carrier. Um, we believe the Moto Z is coming out this month, but no confirmation on that yet. Note 7 battery, we believe it's 4,000, but it very well could be 3,500. We just don't have confirmation on the battery yet. Will upgrading to 16 gig of RAM on my PC from 8 gigs make a big difference in performance? Absolutely. I have 16 gigs right now. I'm thinking about upgrading to 32, but the main reason why is my Chrome alone takes 8 gigs of RAM. Like, I use a lot of RAM. I use a lot of RAM on mine, so yeah, that is definitely a huge thing. Is the Note 7 coming with 6.0 or 7.0 Android? It is coming with 6.0. 7.0 just won't be out yet. Android Nougat will not be available yet. Only problem with the S7 Edge is I can't take out the battery. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't miss it at all. I love just charging it quickly, but yeah. Did you prefer to order your I have my copy of Batman vs Superman. I got the digital copy, although I've not had the time to watch it. Again, it's just been a very busy week. I've just not had the time. And my editor's been gone, so I'm gonna upload all the videos myself today, but I've been lagging on that too. A lot going on this week. A lot going on. Just a very stressful week. Totally unrelated, but I'm interested in building an Android app. Taking into consideration I know nothing about programming. Um, it's very difficult, to be honest. I would probably start with doing something like Fiverr. Fiverr is a great service that basically allows professionals that do this kind of stuff to help you, whether that be just creating the UI for you to, tell them your idea for the app and it'll create a UI for you, and then take that and then use that for your app, or they can even build the entire app. It just depends on what you plan on doing. But I say that would be the best way to get a good head start, and then do that as well. Did you review any new movies yet? I will be reviewing. What did I see this weekend? I saw Secret Life of Pets, and Mike and something need wedding dates. I did watch both of those. I just haven't had a chance to make the videos yet. That channel is getting a huge overhaul, though. I'm currently getting a new logo made, and then I will have intro videos and a whole new series. So that channel is definitely getting an overhaul, and I'm kind of waiting for that, I think, before I start with more videos on that. Is there a way to make the M2 solid state M2 solid state make the PC faster and all that, but still store stuff like HDD? I mean, my M2 is really fast. Make sure you download the software for it. You have to download the driver and the software for it. And then Samsung has their, what's it called? Magic something? What is their thing called? I forget what Samsung software is. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But Samsung software, Samsung Magician, it really optimizes it. So after I optimized it, my M2 solid state did much better performance test than the regular solid state did. Can the Note 7 still have a good sound quality, though the headphone jack, even if the speaker suffers because of waterproofing? It can. It's just up for Samsung to do it. Did you see the new Samsung UI? Yeah, I did. Last week I talked about it a little bit, but yeah, I thought the Samsung UI was really promising, and I definitely like a lot of the cleanliness of it. Although in the settings, I still hope you get quick settings. I love the new Note app. I think it's a lot better looking, so definitely excited for that. How was your day, Android guy? My day was really good. I had a lot of fun in the mornings. Spent some time with my family. Spent some time with my fiance. But yeah, just trying to relax today because the week was really bad, long. So trying to relax, Quiet Storm. Thank you for asking. Uh, where can I get a new opening for my videos? I got it from Fiverr actually on mine. Um, I can't look it up right now, but Swersky, I believe. He's a Russian guy, great guy. Tell him the Android guy sent you. I've used him for a lot of different things now so far. Great guy, awesome, very quick. I mean, he can create a new video for you in a day. That's how quick he is. And yeah, I've spent a couple hundred on him so far because he's done a lot of little things for me that I wanted done, and he's a great guy. Thank you. I bought her the S7 Edge a couple of days ago, and she was upset. Her friends told her the iPhone 6 is better. Get new friends. Get new friends. You don't like those people. You don't like those people. Tell her this. Tell her friends to take a selfie. All of the group, right? To take a selfie with the iPhone 6s, then have her take a selfie with the S7 Edge and see which one's better. Do that and have her friends shut up. Tell her to do that, and I guarantee you both of you will be much happier. Now, Samsung recently released a new micro SD card. Do you think it will be compatible with the Note 7? I hope the Note 7 will be the one to get it, but we'll see. T-Mobile for the win. How do you transfer data if you replace a HSD to a normal SSD? Samsung, again, has probably the best software for that. I can't remember the name, but it is a software that allows you to transfer over everything from a hard drive to an SSD. It literally will allow you to clone it, which allows you to make it your main drive. So you need to clone a drive if it has something like Windows on there, rather than transfer it. So that is what you would want, and that's what I did for mine before I got this one. This one I built from scratch, so I didn't want the old one, but that's how I used to do it if I was just upgrading from a hard drive to a solid state. Do you have a subpack M2 backpack? That bass is crazy. I feel like I'm in a club. Subpack M2 backpack. No, I do not. Let me look it up and see what it is. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've heard of it, but yeah, like the backpack is literally giving you bass and everything like that. Yeah, I saw it on Unbox Therapy for the first time. Really cool concept, but yeah, no, I do not. Whatever happened to the music part of the Showbox app? Why wasn't available when I sideloaded it to the NVIDIA Shield? You know, I never looked into the music part of it, so I guess I didn't notice that it's gone. But I never used it for the music part. Like the new intro, do you know if an infrared do you know of an infrared video camera? What type? Yeah, actually, I do know of an infrared video camera. I can't think of the name of it, but my friend uses it. Actually, he uses it all the time for his, he does construction, and it's helped him out in a lot of situations in constructions. But yeah, he got it for a Samsung Note 5, and he's used it several times. I do not know what it is, though. I honestly, I can't think of it off the top of my head. But yes, he has it. Bose QC35 or Beats Studios. I have not been that impressed by the Beats Studios, to be honest, but I am currently finally reviewing, guys, the Bose QC35s. So I did an unboxing on this. I'm going to test it out this week. I'm going to do the Starbucks test. For those of you who don't know and have not followed me for a little while, every pair of headphones that I've ever tried out, I do the Starbucks test. No headphones have passes. What the Starbucks test is if I'm at Starbucks, I have these connected. I talk to 3 people, and those 3 people, I see if they can hear me without having to switch to my phone. Every person I've talked to, when I've had Bluetooth headphones, I've had the Bluetooth headphones on. I'm talking to them. They're like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You're breaking up and everything like that. I turn my Bluetooth off and then I get on the phone and then they can hear me just fine. This is a problem that I've never had headphones good enough to cancel out the outside noise. Not just what's around me, but the outside noise when I'm on a call. So we're going to see if these can do it. Do you have a live stream every day living in Australia? It's 6 a.m. Wow. Well, first of all, thank you for joining us. I'm flattered that you would take your time at 6 a.m. to watch this show. No, we do not have it every day. We have it every Sunday over here at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's the time we have it every week, once a week. But these videos are always available to watch if you can't make the live show thereafter. Did you say fiber for the intro videos? Fiver, as in 5. So FIV VVER, I believe is how it's spelled. It's yes, FIVVER. I want to say it's how it's spelled, or FIVERR. One of those. But yeah. Best portable external hard drive around 2 to 4 terabytes. You know, I wouldn't get an external hard drive anymore. I personally, I would get only an external solid state. The T3 from Samsung is amazing. It was on sale for a ridiculously low price for a solid state 2 weeks ago. Look for it on Amazon Prime Day if they're really going to have good sales in 2 days. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. What would you consider a good battery on a gaming laptop while playing games? 4 hours, I would say, is a good battery life. Anything more than that, it's a great battery life. But I would say good battery life is 4 hours, because gaming laptops are built for power. So yeah. I mean, I would hope a 10-hour battery life, but that's more of a portable, non-gaming laptop. When you first started YouTube, did you use a phone camera? I did not. I used a basic camcorder, but I do believe you could use a phone camera nowadays. The most important thing to make a YouTube video is this. Number one has to be sound quality. You have to be able to hear me well, because sound quality can just create a podcast without worrying about anything else. The second is lighting. Get some daylights, which will really make it bright very well, even just for like my regular lights in this room have daylight, and then I have studio daylight lights for when I record videos. So those are the first two most important things. Then worry about the camera quality. But really, you can get an external mic for a smartphone and have good videos. Is it true that in order to see a recorded footage on the Nest Dropcam, you need Nest Aware Subscribe? I have not heard of that. That would be really crazy if it did, but I am not into home automation right now, so I'm not as familiar with Nest as I will be when I move into a house. Right now I live in an apartment, so when I move into a house, I think that I will be more involved in that. I will be involved in that. I want my entire house automated. My friend actually does security and automation, so he's getting into it right now. He's getting into it with Alexa and Echo and all that kind of stuff right now. So, but it's something I look forward to later. I heat Android phone. I am an iPhone guy, but you are a good guy. Thank you. I appreciate that. And look, it's all about loving technology and loving everything cool and fun and everything out there. So have fun with it. I appreciate the comment, though. I really do. Ricky, do you have an S7 Edge pink gold color? No, I do not. I wouldn't get it. It's not for me. Is 5.5 hours, 6 hours of screen on time for the Note 4 excellent battery life? It always depends what you mean by screen on time, really, is what I always kind of say. I don't like that term, screen on time, because I get all day screen on time, but I charge it here and there. So, like, I don't ever not charge my phone during the day. I need to. The only time I ever don't is if I'm draining it purposely to test out how long the battery life is. Um, but I would say that's a good battery life, not an excellent battery life, for me personally. Does the Samsung SSD T3 good with phones? I haven't used it with phones, but it should be. You just have to get an adapter for it. How much screen on time do you average on a S7 Edge? I don't have to charge, or I charge my S7 Edge during the day, but I probably wouldn't have to. Maybe with Pokemon Go, I would have to now, but normally I wouldn't. What song are you going to use for Head and Glad? Oh, what song are you going to use for phones and glad you're having a good day? I what song am I going to use? I mean, I try to use a lot of different songs when testing out headphones, if I'm assuming you're talking about the headphones. And yeah. Since you said security apps are garbage, I tried to uninstall CM security, but it won't let me. It just restarts my phone. What's the deal? I deleted the others to do with the problem. I have a Note 3. So here's what you probably have to do. You have to give the permission it has away from it. What I mean by that is go, let's see if I can find it real quick. It's always a thing. Go into settings. And then go to... Nope, not privacy and safety. I believe it's lock screen security. Then it's other security settings. Nope. Ah, yeah. Other security settings, and then device administrators. Basically, you want only very few things to have this kind of access. So device administrators is what you're looking for to fix this. So yeah. So settings, security, other security settings, device administrators, and take it off. Thanks for answering my questions. Look forward to your streams. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure to give a like, thumbs up if you're about to leave. Why is some batteries won't revive once they hit 0% and others can? All that it is basically that a battery has a cycle count. It ends eventually. When it ends is kind of unpredictable, but overcharging does make it quicker. Do you think the new Samsung micro SD card will work with the Note 7? It will work. Will it be able to utilize the new higher speed? That's the question. Hopefully it will. Having a hard time updating firmware on the S6 Active on AT&T with a T-Mobile SIM unlock. I need a AT&T SIM to update it. Do you know a workaround? Nope. You need an AT&T SIM to make the update. It will not allow you to otherwise. The only thing you can do is you can use Odin if you know how to use things like flash and root and all that kind of stuff. You're not flashing or rooting it. You are just updating the firmware. If you go to Sam Mobile's website, you can download the latest firmware from AT&T through that and do it all through that. But that is a lot more complicated and definitely more on the techie side. Does Samsung SD T3 work well with the phone using the OTG cable and the right name? And is that the right name and model you suggest for an external drive or versus an external drive? Yes, it should work fine. It's a solid state drive. It's nothing different really that would prevent it from working. And yes, it can work through an OTG cable. Absolutely. Do you know any more information on the Gear S2? I'm guessing you mean the Gear S3, the one that hasn't come out yet. Nothing more than the information we got 2 weeks ago with the Gear S3, with the images we got. We did get some images of it, so check that back 2 weeks ago on Android Weekly. It was in the title, Images of the Gear S3, and we did see that. Thanks. Do you know if the sim has to be active? I try it and did not find the firmware. I know how to use Odin. Didn't just use Odin, because yes, it does have to be active. So you'd have to get a friend's SIM card, put it in there, update it, and then it would work. All right, guys, I think we're going to call that a show. Went a little over an hour. Thank you as always for watching. Please give that like, thumbs up down below. It always helps me out. And share this with your friends. Share this with your friends, family, YouTube, Twitter. Please share this. I really have loved how many more viewers we're getting for the show in the last 2 weeks. So let's keep it going. Please share this. It really helps me out, and it really helps me to bring all this content and everything available for you guys. Alright guys, thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.